Why can one unread message feel more threatening than bad news you already know? You are on the sofa. Nothing is wrong. Dinner is finished, the door is locked, and the room is quiet. But on the table, your phone shows one unread message. You try to watch something. 30 seconds later, your eyes return to that small red badge. The message could be trivial. It probably is. Yet until you open it, its meaning remains unbounded. A joke, a request, bad news, social friction, all are still possible. That uncertainty matters more than the pixel itself. Your attention is not behaving like a calm archivist waiting for information. It is behaving like a guard, refusing to abandon an unresolved signal. This opens a second question. Why can uncertainty feel more demanding than confirmed bad news? To answer that, we need to leave the sofa and imagine another quiet evening, one with no screens, walls, or locks. Picture an ancestor beside a fire after sunset. A branch moves beyond the light. If it is clearly a grazing animal, the problem is solved. If it is clearly a predator, action begins. But an unexplained movement cannot be dismissed or answered. It demands surveillance. Across species, predictable and unpredictable threats produce different patterns of defense. A 2013 review by neuroscientists Dan Group and Jack Nitschke distinguished brief fear responses to immediate danger from sustained anxiety during uncertain danger. Experiments reviewed there found larger startle responses when shocks were uncertain than when high-intensity shocks were guaranteed. Certainty permits preparation. Ambiguity keeps preparation running. One explanation is that this bias was useful in environments where missing one genuine threat could cost far more than investigating 20 false alarms. The nervous system therefore errs toward another glance at the tree line. But your phone is not merely a modern tree line. It adds something unusually potent. Another person may be waiting behind the signal. That turns uncertainty into a social problem. For most of human history, belonging was practical infrastructure. Other people shared food, watched children, treated injuries, and noticed approaching danger. A delayed response from someone in a small group could therefore carry information about conflict, exclusion, obligation, or safety. Modern messages inherit a faint version of those stakes. An unread notification says that somebody acted toward you, but withholds what they did and what response they expect. Read receipts, typing indicators, presence dots, and timestamps make this uncertainty reciprocal. You can monitor them, and you know they may monitor you. The message becomes a pending social exchange. Importantly, this does not mean your brain literally mistakes every text for a leopard. It means overlapping systems for salience, anticipation, and social evaluation may recruit attention before reflective judgment decides that the signal is harmless. You feel the pull first and explain it second. We can see that pull under controlled conditions, even when people never touch their phones, and the measured cost is larger than a momentary buzz. In 2015, Carrie Stothart, Ainsley Mitchum, and Courtney Yaynard tested 166 participants using a sustained attention task. Numbers appeared roughly once per second. Participants pressed a key for every digit except 3. During the second block, some received 4 calls or texts on their own phones, spaced 90 trials apart. They did not need to answer or read anything. Even so, performance deteriorated more in the notification groups than in the control group. The increase in commission errors produced within-group effect sizes of 0.72 for calls and 0.54 for texts. The authors proposed that notifications prompted task-irrelevant thoughts that outlasted the sound itself. Unfinished business offers another clue. Bluma Zygarnik's 1927 experiments made interrupted tasks famous, while Maria Ovsiankina reported in 1928 that people tend to resume interrupted activities. A 2025 meta-analysis found the celebrated memory advantage inconsistent, but the tendency to resume unfinished tasks was more reliable. So uncertainty is not simply uncomfortable. It prepares an action. Check, clarify, finish. Now we can close the earlier question. Uncertainty wins because confirmed news ends prediction. An unread message keeps prediction alive. An ancestral alarm usually encountered a stopping condition. The sound was identified. Tracks were found. Dawn arrived. The modern feed is designed around weaker endings. A badge tells you something is pending. Opening it may reveal another message, a link, 3 replies, or an algorithmic feed with no final page. Poll to refresh asks whether the environment changed during the last few seconds. Recommended posts introduce socially relevant material you did not request. Each check can close one loop while opening several more. This is the mismatch. A system suited to resolving occasional uncertainty now meets infrastructure capable of manufacturing uncertainty continuously. The reward is intermittent as well. Most checks produce nothing important. Occasionally, one delivers affection, status, opportunity, or threat. That irregularity makes the next check difficult to predict, and therefore difficult to dismiss. The feed does not need to hold your attention continuously. It only needs to leave a small question unfinished, then remain within reach. But there is a useful weakness in this system. The mind may need credible closure, not necessarily immediate information. In 5 studies published in 2011, psychologists E.J. Masacampo and Roy Baumeister found that unfinished goals produced intrusive thoughts and impaired performance on unrelated tasks. Yet making a specific plan for completing the goal reduced those cognitive effects. The task remained unfinished. What changed was that the mind had a trusted route to closure. That suggests a quieter response to the unread badge. Do not argue with yourself that the message is unimportant. You do not know that yet. Give the uncertainty a boundary. I will check messages at 9, at this desk after the film. Then remove the cue from sight. Disable visible badge counts, or place the phone in another room. This is not a moral contest against technology. It is environmental design for an attention system that treats unresolved signals as unfinished work. The main payoff is simple. The urge to check is not proof that the message matters. It is evidence that the message has not been classified. Your phone offers immediate checking as the only apparent way to classify it. A credible plan creates another way. The room grows quiet again, not because the distant tree line is certainly empty, but because the watch has been assigned a time to resume. Comment tree line if this changed how you think about notifications. Then let that next unread message wait for its appointed hour.